Coach, Coach, some costly mistakes throughout the game. Chavi, technical foul. You guys had some momentum before the technical foul, and then late in the game, Rozier and Dinkins turnovers. Just talk about the frustration there, kind of just raining on your own momentum.
Yeah, you can't. You got to stop at some point beating yourself, right? Chavi's mistake inexcusable. Um, he's young. He won't make that one again. But you know the turnovers, 19 turnovers, 19 turnovers. We gave up 13 steals. Just a bad job of taking care of the basketball and not being stripped, not being strong with the ball. Um, add that. I mean, we get 20 offensive rebounds, only 6 second chance points to show for them. 20 offensive rebounds, only getting to the line 11 times. And that one's a little bit strange. I think when you got that many attempts around the rim, I think we should have more free throws than that. I thought we got to make sure that we go through guys, but the whistle is the whistle. It is what it is. They didn't make those calls, so be it. Um, we got to take advantage of our opportunities. Those are extra possessions that we continue to come up on empty tonight. And then some of those have to be kicks. Got to kick that ball out, right? When you have a rebound and it's in a crowd of people, right? Taking that tough contested two sometimes needs to be a wide open three or extra pass.
Coach, Trey Dinkins once again tonight had a pretty solid shooting performance. Just kind of talk about the production he's brought to the team in the last few weeks.
Yeah, I mean he's been shooting the ball, scoring the ball well, plays well in pick and roll. Tonight, I thought he needed to take better care of the basketball. He has some uncharacteristic turnovers, especially the one down the stretch, but he's definitely helped. He's definitely helped stabilize us some offensively, and not only creating shots for himself, but being able to create shots for others.
Coach, you guys have started off these last few games slow on the offensive end. What can you attribute to that, and what can you guys do in the future to improve on those slow offensive starts?
Yeah, got to go back to the drawing board and figure it out, right? I thought we had a couple good looks, right? Where that may change your question a little bit because we had some point blank layups. I don't know what I can do to change the fact of us missing layups around the basket, especially and even the second chance opportunities. Right, they're a little bit deflating at times. It's only an issue if I see it as we're not getting shot opportunities and the right ones, and we're turning the ball over. Then that becomes a problem, right? Where we gotta evaluate it. We gotta take a look. Maybe we gotta make a change to the lineup as well too. So we've had some different starting lineups throughout the season, but you do wanna be able to get off to a good start. That is important in games.
Drew, you mentioned all the different things that you're not happy with, the mistakes, the turnovers, the missed shots, the easy missed shots. How much of this is just guys? I mean, these guys were the guy at their school. They were scoring. They were doing their thing. How much of this is chemistry at this point and understanding how they have to learn to play together and work together?
Yeah, you got to work through those kinks, right? You gotta learn to trust. That's a part of the process in building and team building. I think we have a good level of trust. I thought we just rushed. I thought we were unsettled, right? I just thought we got our chances and we shot it like it was a hot potato. Like we didn't come down, we didn't gain balance, we didn't go up. At some point, we can't even be looking at the rim right now. We're just in that much of a rush, and if that's the case, then yeah, we do have to show a different level of trust, right? We can't just say, "Oh, I got the ball, let me get it back up," because I had an opportunity. Now we got to show that level of trust that you're going to take your time. If you see people around you, you're going to make the extra pass. and we do it at some time. We do it at times. Like I said, I thought on some of the offensive rebounds tonight they should have been kickouts.
You understand that as a player and as a coach too. Do you feel like these guys maybe are to the point where they're not being you're coaching them, but are they not coachable?
Are they not coachable? No, I don't. I don't feel like that the group is not coachable. I wouldn't say that. I do think we gotta be better. I do think we have to continue to learn through our mistakes. I do believe we're not a finished product by any means. So I wouldn't come here and say that about the guys. Not when I see the effort, the energy, the willingness that they put in. So, like I said, I thought sometimes you try to go for it on your own, and you get in your own way, and you're chasing the play. And I thought we did a little bit of that tonight, and we weren't settled. We weren't settled, especially when it came to finishing around the paint. I think we only had 9 field goals around the basket. But I thought we were in the paint a lot, right? But we only got nine baskets to show for it. And then, like I said, bad with the basketball. We got guys with 4 turnovers. You can't take those opportunities away from yourself. That's 19 opportunities gone.
I was going to ask about it seemed like early on, especially, that there were a lot of struggles in the paint, not just finishing, but also with what it just looked like they weren't able to penetrate at all. Was Maine doing something that was preventing you guys from being able to get easier buckets?
Maine is a good defensive team. If you check the numbers, they're top 65, they're top 35 in turnovers. So, they probably are going back to their bus feeling like this is who we are, this is what identifies us, and this is how we play our game of basketball. Us on the other hand, the challenge is when you're up against a team like that, and I didn't think they don't come out and pressure you a lot, right? The man-to-man is solid. They pick you up at half court, right? Now they're good on the basketball. I just thought, like I said, mishandled mistakes, not being strong with the ball, throwing to the wrong team, just throwing the ball to the wrong team.
Coach, you talked about all the new lineups and rotations. Eli didn't play last game. He played today. I thought he showed some good energy. He had a nice block on defense. He had a couple offensive rebounds, a nice steal. Do you think you could see him in more of an expanded role?
Yeah, I think, first Eli was coming from injury in those past games. He had played up and through every game to that point, and I thought the the Delaware matchup wasn't a game for him, especially how they spread the floor and they went with small lineups. We did play our 5s, but if you noticed, even in that game, at some point I couldn't play Chabi. They were playing so small on the court, so sometimes the game is just that way, and you got to figure out a different recipe. But tonight, I thought with the physicality, he was good for the matchup, and I thought he gave us some energy. He gave us a boost, so he did a good job tonight. He's got to continue to build his rapport, build his trust with practices and the opportunities that he gets.
Drew, how frustrating is this for you when maybe you guys are doing what you should do in practice and you feel like maybe that's the case, I don't know, but they don't transfer it to the game?
Yeah, I mean that's part of it, right? And I don't think there's any coach that can sit here and come to the table and you go through it, right? The things that you work on, sometimes it happens that way. It doesn't transfer to the game, right? It's disturbing, as a coach, because you know what you're pouring in, you know what you're trying to get accomplished, but you're always up against an opponent that is going to show their will. And I thought they grinded that game out better than we did at the end. We had some advantages, 4-point lead, I believe, with 3:21 to go. We got to get a stop. It's a key possession. That's a key possession. I thought we were defending halfway through that possession. We were good, but we didn't challenge. We didn't take on the personal challenge of being disciplined to the scout. That's the best shooter. That's the best shooter on the floor. And to allow a catch and shoot and not be in his lap, that's a personal thing that you got to be willing. You got to be willing to sell out in that moment. But to answer your question a little bit better, I'm not going to get frustrated, right? I'm not going to get frustrated. I'm gonna get to work, right? I'm not going to sit here to be frustrated. I'm going to watch. I'm going to figure out what we can do better as a staff, as a program, and get to work. I don't have time to sit here and be frustrated and pout and be sad and disappointed. We play in 2 days. I got to make sure I'm ready. Frustration isn't going to get me ready. Putting a plan to action, figuring out a solution, that's gonna have us ready. So I'm gonna be focused on that.
Will that be about as frustrated as you get when you're on the job here?
Say what?
When you're on the job, is that about as frustrated as you think? I mean,
It's
they
a
come
learning.
out with you there a little bit?
You know, I got some fire to me, right? It's a learning experience, right? At that moment, you know, you can never, and it happens, right? Everyone has their own selfish ways, right? We're individuals first. We're trying to come together and be a team. And that's not just basketball, that's with anything. And at that moment, he let whatever it was get to him, whether it was ego, whether it was pride, whether it was frustration. But we're in the game, right? And you can't place that before the mission, before the goal, before what we have to do. And he did tonight. And my message to him was exactly that. You have to let go of that. You got to let go of whatever frustration, whatever pride thing that happened. I don't even know what exactly happened because there wasn't anything that happened that led to it other than a breakdown. I said, you have to let that go, right? Because we're here to do something else. We're here, the team, and you can't place yourself in these situations. You can't let that come before the mission of what the team has to get done. So I think he understands it. Like I said, I fully expect Chabi to grow from the situation. I don't think we'll see that as being an issue.
Anything else for Coach? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.
Have a good night.
You as well.